Hi everyone, Erin here. I am back with another addition to my children's story for each of the Sabbats. And since tomorrow is Ostara, I am going to add in the Ostara portion of the story. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll start. The old storyteller paused for a moment to collect his thoughts and puff on his pipe. He looked around at the audience before him, all his grandchildren, then he smiled. Then he said, "Now the kiss has wakened the sleeping maiden, but the earth has been sleeping with her too long." So together the god, king of sun and oak, and his consort the maiden of spring prepare to work the magic required to bring about the springtime and the growth of plants and animals. After deep thought, the goddess and god gathered the fairies of the land and made plans to gather together all the eggs in the land. Then the plan was they would boil and color the eggs to draw upon the magic of the eggs, which would then spread among the lands, bringing new life in springtime. But as they gathered the eggs and colored them, they didn't realize, until too late, that the trickster was stealing the eggs a little at a time. So before they knew it, the sly fox, the cunning coyote, had stolen all the eggs and hidden them all over the land. As often happens, though, the plans of the trickster wind up tricking and fooling him in the end. For he scattered the eggs, so did he scatter the magic all over the land. Now, as you can guess, this made the magic work better than the original plan, for the magic was scattered far and wide. So you see, children, this is why we hide the eggs after we color them, to take the role of the trickster. We help the gods spread and work the magic of springtime. "But grandfather," asked one of the children at his feet, "did they ever find the eggs?" Laughing, the grandfather nodded and answered, "Why, yes, they did. Then they had a great feast." But the strange thing was that the only people in all the land that could find the eggs were the little children and the fairies themselves. So that is why you children look for eggs. "But grandfather," asked one of the children, "what happened next?" Well now, the eggs, once lost and now found, were cleaned and polished to a high gleam. Almost like gems they looked, laid out at their feet of the Sun King and the goddess. Then all kinds of creatures from across the land, from the birds that fly high into the sky to the moles that burrow within the earth, joined hands and began to dance a circle dance around the goddess and god and the newly shined eggs. Faster and faster they spun, raising the energy of love and light and of new hope. Around and around the animals spun, crying out in their voices, small, large, all songs of joy, until at last, when they could no longer keep dancing, they fell down laughing, and magically around them the earth turned green and fertile. The last of the snows that were upon the ground melted, and finally spring was here. And for a moment peace rested upon the earth. The lamb lay down with the lion and was safe, and the children marveled to see all of this, knowing that they had seen the sacredness in nature. Seeing them, the Sun King gathered the little children to him and blessed them, and told them about the magic that they had just witnessed. That this magic must be done each year, not only by the animals of the earth, but by the people of the earth as also. And if the children will look closely when they dance, they may just see fairies darting between them in joy. Then the goddess spoke and said that if children worked this magic, then they would receive the gifts of the season on the morning of Ostara. Now you see, children, this is why when you wake on Ostara morning that you will oftentimes find a basket with gifts of candies and such that represent springtime. You see, the chocolate bunny represents new life and young children, the hope that the earth will continue on. The hot cross bun represents the balance of the seasons, for you see spring is at a midpoint between the cold of winter and the heat of summer. and if you get any eggs, they represent the promise of new life that comes with each new spring. So be thankful on Ostara morning and dance for joy. Dance the circle round and hunt for eggs, and know that if you look closely, and you too may see the fairies dancing about you. Now go, little children, and play, and let me rest. I will tell you another story tomorrow. And with this, the little children went off in search of fairies in the woods around their home. That was that. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a blessed Ostara. Love, light, blessed be.